So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about why multi-billion dollar company CEOs want to partner up with you in your project. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Prithvi Chauhan, and I'm the founder of a healthcare investment company which is based in UAE. And in the last few years, I have managed to bring together several high-profile senior executives which are based in the UAE, including one of the largest telecom company CEOs, who was the CEO of a $3.5 billion public company. Alongside with him, I also managed to bring together the top lawyer from one of the top law firms who advised on a $13 billion bank merger. These firms are Clifford Chance and Linklaters. These are one of the top law firms in the world. And I've also managed to bring together, two of the finance professionals from Big Four accounting firms. And both of these individuals have 30 plus years of experience in finance and accounting. And alongside with them, I've got two healthcare CEOs who have over 30 plus years of experience each. And I did this when I was 26 years old. I had little or no experience in the corporate world, and I was just starting out. I was born and raised in India. I didn't finish college, and I arrived in UAE, and I started to make a lot of phone calls, and I found my way into these meetings, and I managed to bring these individuals together in a matter of few months. So I'm going to be sharing with you why these people partner up with you or want to partner up with you in the project. And the whole point of this video is to show this possibility that this is possible for you. Because when I was starting out, I learned this from Dan Pena. I went to his castle seminar, and when he shared the information of how to do this, I did not believe it, that I would be able to do this. I thought that maybe you need a finance degree, maybe you need some kind of an edge, a diploma, a Harvard MBA, or, Stanford. I have to be a Stanford graduate. And I had all of these ideas that were planted in my mind that were not allowing me to believe that someone in my position could go to a new country and execute this and meet these people and get them to be in a business partnership with me at that age. And most of these people are in their 60s and highly successful, highly credible. And I was 26 years old with very little capital, to start with. And I did these things. So let's break it down why they want to partner up with you. Why they want to partner up with someone young. The fact that they have experience, it took time for them to accumulate this experience. And because they have a lot of experience, they don't have a lot of time. So they have the ability to advise you, guide you, direct you, but they don't necessarily have the ability to execute on the vision. They can maybe help you correct some things in your project, maybe help you overcome certain hurdles, do some maneuvers to get over certain challenges, or help protect you from risk, say high risk scenarios. And they can really protect your position in a big way, but they don't necessarily have the ability to execute, because at this point they are married, they have kids, their kids are getting married, they are becoming grandparents, and most of their lives have been spent on building a career. So this is the time, whatever time they are left with, they want to spend it with family. So they're not really looking to get involved on a full-time basis in a project. And they also have some money saved up, and they want to multiply this money that they have saved up to live a better and lavish life. And most of their lives, they have been employees and executives. So they tend to be a little bit risk averse. So I'm just creating a profile for you for this person. They have received a good, healthy salary. They have some savings. Maybe they have a house. They have a family. And they want to spend time with their family. They have some cash, spare cash in their bank account. that is kind of like a safety net, and they want to multiply their wealth. And they're not really looking for anything too risky, financially risky. And at this point in their life, they want to get into entrepreneurship, but not in a full-time capacity, maybe in an advisory capacity. So they want to get involved in good projects with good people who have a lot of energy and who can execute and who have, the right knowledge to maneuver and have focus and discipline. So it's really less for them about partnering up with experience. They want to partner up with someone who has got high energy and high ambition. And they want to align themselves with a person like that and sort of for you to carry them through. And they would advise you on how to navigate. You would be the young captain and they are the older captain. That's the dynamic. You are putting in the work, but they are really the ones helping you navigate the tough terrains of the business world. So that's one of the reasons, is that they have experience, but they don't have energy and time. You don't have experience and you have energy and time. So it's a perfect synergy. And we want to partner up with people who we have synergies with. Your weakness is their strength and their weakness is your strength. So you don't have experience, they have plenty of experience, and they don't have time and you have plenty of time at the beginning to execute on a venture. You are at the beginning of your career, they are at the end. So that's one of the reasons why they would want to look for a young business partner who is not experienced. They know that. And at the beginning, I was trying to compensate for the fact that I don't have experience. I was trying to present my background in a manner that made me look like maybe I was experienced. I was trying to hide the fact that I was not experienced, rather than just disclosing it. Listen, I'm a young guy, ambitious guy. This is the plan that I have, and I don't have experience and expertise in these areas, and I want you to fill up this in exchange for this. And that makes perfect sense. You don't have to necessarily mask your identity and hide the fact that you don't have experience. It's okay for you to share, because if you share that weakness, they can see an opportunity in your weakness to add value. If they are sincere, if they have an intention to move forward, and if you have a valid project. So that's one of the reasons. So one is youth. They want to partner up with youth, someone who can bring fresh energy and fresh perspective. And that is highly underrated. When you have fresh perspective and you have this youthful energy, you don't value it. But, people who are much older, they look back at a time where they were young and they had all this energy and they could have done so many things with that energy, but they had a lot of insecurities and they didn't. So when they see you, they see also a part of themselves, so they want to live through you, through this journey. So that's also a very subconscious and psychological reason why they would want to partner up with you. The other main reason they would want to partner up with you is the project itself. And that's one of the reasons why you want to create an idea, create a project or a vision for a project that's based on, factual market data. So you want your business venture to be based on, data, market data. So you want to choose the right industry to get into. You want the right business model, and through the right industry and right business model, you can create a very valid vision. And they're going to challenge your vision because their names are going to be associated with you, and they want to make sure that you're not going to ruin their reputation that took them 30 years. So they really want to assess whether your business venture is even possible in the region or not. Has it been done before? Does it have validity? So the validity of the project is extremely crucial for them. So once you establish the validity, then you can get into the value proposition within that project. But if the project is not valid, it's not standing on strong foundations, foundation of understanding of the market, if it's not based on that, then they're less likely to say yes, because whatever shares that you may offer to them, it's meaningless, because they don't even consider your project to be valid. So first step is to establish that this project has a strong foundational basis, which is based on market data, and this has been done, and here are the case studies of people who have done it, and we want to model them, copy them, we want to do something similar. So if you can convince them of that, then the second part of the conversation gets into the value proposition. What is going to be the value proposition? What is their benefit to partner up with you? That's another major reason why they would partner up with you, is they have a benefit. So what's the benefit? Especially when you're starting out, you may not have startup capital, you may have very little savings, and you want to still partner up with someone high profile and big. So how do you structure a partnership like that? Well, at that point in their career, they are looking to, as I said, multiply their wealth. And one of the ways they do this is by investing in startups. And a lot of these people start looking for startups to invest in their spare cash and make some high return from it. They are looking for a potential high growth investment. So they're anyway looking for startups to invest in, and startups don't give these guys equity in the company unless they invest capital. So they have to invest capital, only then they get shares in the company. So this is where you are uniquely positioned, because when you present your vision for project, they would ask you, what do you need from me? And if your response is, I don't need any money from you, I'm not here for your money, I want your experience, I want your credibility, I want your contacts. These are the three value propositions I want from you. I don't want your money. So immediately their defenses are going to go down, and they're going to be like, hold on a second. Mark Cuban, who sits on the Shark Tank, if he has to get shares in a company, people ask him for money. Listen, Mark Cuban, if you want shares in our company, you got to invest XYZ, and then we will give you this much shares. That's the world that these guys are used to dealing with. So now you come here, you're offering them shares in your company, and you're not asking for any capital in return. You're asking for contacts, experience, and their credibility. And they're like, this is great, because I don't take any financial risk with you. You do all the work. You're bringing all this great energy. The project is based on solid foundations. What do I have to lose? And what if this hits? I will make X amount of money. I'm in. So you did a risk reversal. They don't have a financial risk, and they put very little on the line. And they say, how much time? Next question will be, how much time would I have to give on this? And you would be like, 8 to 12 hours a month. And you're like, that's not a lot. It's just like an advisory role. And that's right. So I get shares in the company in exchange for some advice and experience, and for you to use my name and use it as a credibility. Yeah. They're like, where were you? I'm willing to support you. And they will have a very different demeanor, and they will have, they'll open themselves up, because these are the financial reasons why they want to partner up with you, and energy and time related reasons, which I mentioned, but also they see themselves in you. They see the young guy who wanted to create something big. They see their childhood, their youth in you. So they want to empower you. What are they going to do? You tell me, what are they going to do with all of this experience that they gathered over 25, 30 years? Who are they going to give it to? Maybe their children don't want to listen to them. They're settled in their own lives. And they've done these phenomenal things in their careers that nobody knows about, because a lot of these things that they have done, phenomenal things, are actually confidential information. So they cannot talk about these phenomenal things out in the public too much. So they've done extraordinary things, and a lot of the people don't know them, and they have experience, and this experience kind of is building up in them, and they want to give it to someone like their legacy. That's a third reason why they would want someone who is sincere, focused, young, energetic guy who has big ambitions, and he wants support and advice, and he doesn't want any money, so it's no financial risk. And by associating themselves with you, they can empower you, and they can use your energy, direct the energy, and create results from that. So that's another reason why they partner up with you. And so these are the main points why they partner up with you. And they also have a lot of time, and they want to stay engaged. Maybe at this point they have retired and they still want to stay in the game. They enjoy the game. So one of the greatest things about these individuals is also another thing is that they don't need your money. Another big limiting belief that I had was that if I want someone to partner up with me, I will have to pay them in cash. I felt like this is going to be an employee-employer relationship where I'm hiring them. You're not hiring these people. These people are not your employees. These people are your business partners. And the compensation is shares in your company, equity in the company. When you have an employee, you have to pay them. But when you have a business partner, you give them shares. And, you only have to pay them when you become successful. Once you become successful, then they would have, some incentive in that financially. And they would help you build that value. And they're getting an early, in an early stage of the project. And as a result, they will get some shares for free for investing nothing. And that's the value proposition that you bring to the table. So these are the reasons why a multi-billion-dollar high-profile CEO would want to partner up with you. And I have recently consulted a client who closed a senior executive in Coca-Cola to be his business partner. And this person that I'm referring to is in his early 20s. And he was able to do this in a matter of a few months. And this person, the senior executive he brought on board, has done several multi-billion-dollar IPOs, and he's one of my clients. Another client of mine has created a team of, people with 30 plus years of experience each, 5 to 7 people, and they've done billions of dollars in deals also. So there is another client who has done this, and both of these clients are from United States of America. And then I have another client who did this in Mexico also. So not only did I do it, I got my clients to do it also. So it's certainly possible. It's not something that I have seen it happen once, but I've done it over and over again, and I've kind of cracked the process of how exactly this is done step by step, and I've removed all the hiccups and inertia that you might face if you want to do this. So if you are someone, and also the advantage of doing this, advantage of partnering up with these CEOs is that once you partner up with them, almost all of the doors in the city are open for you. Because if you want to establish contact with anybody in the region, anybody influential, you could just send in your company profile with these people on your team, and almost any door would open up and you would get a business meeting. Whether that business meeting becomes fruitful or not, that is up for debate, but at least you will get the foot in the door. And once you get the foot in the door in many doors, you would have an abundance of opportunities and you would be in a very powerful position. And the reason why I was able to get in a position to negotiate with multi-billion-dollar companies, which is something I've done. There was a public company, multi-billion-dollar public company, who was going through some problems, and they wanted to sell off some of their assets, which were worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And I had a negotiation with them. It did not turn out fruitful, but I had a negotiation with them And it happened because I had brought these individuals together. I could get a meeting. And you could get almost any kind of meeting if you have very powerful people with you. You can open up the doors very easily. So that's one of the reasons why you do it. And the reasons that I mentioned are the reasons why top billion-dollar experienced CEOs would want to partner up with you, even if you're young and inexperienced. And if you like the video, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will talk to you soon. And if you want to get mentored by me, I have a group mentorship program coming on 29th May 2024. And I also have a one-on-one mentorship program where I take you through the entire journey of choosing an industry, choosing a region, creating a business plan, finding the right people, partnering up with them, and ultimately putting you in a position where you can acquire and buy multi-billion-dollar profitable companies. So if that's you, if you want to get involved in that, reach out to me. I have a mentorship program. I've got several clients that I'm working with, and they're having some amazing results. So if you want to get involved, reach out to me and I will talk to you soon.